Hey, it's Lyndsey Parker from Yahoo Music. I'm here doing my final recap of American Idol Season 10 for TVDoneRight.com. So there you have it. Everyone who's been following me along, you know I've been putting the red X's every week on each of the contestants as they've fallen by the wayside, but Scotty gets a star. Scotty McCreery is our 10th American Idol. I got mixed feelings about this. I'm certainly not surprised. I'm not surprised. I called it a long time ago. I didn't really necessarily, he wasn't my personal pick to win, but I pretty much thought he had it sewn up. But let's backtrack to earlier in this week, because for a tiny smidge, a little wrinkle in time, I thought that Lauren Elena, who he was up against, might have a chance. Now, there was a lot of drama at the beginning of Tuesday's showdown because TMZ and Twitter and all that was all abuzz with the fact that Lauren had strained one of her vocal cords, was seeking medical attention, and in an unprecedented move, because nothing like this had ever happened at this stage in the game on Idol. We've certainly had people that have been sick before, but not right the finale week. If Lauren had not been able to perform, she would have had to forfeit, and Haley Reinhart, the ultimate underdog of all of Idol history, would have come back to perform against Scotty and no doubt totally get destroyed in the votes, because, you know, all of Lauren's votes would have gone to Scotty, and no one would have, as much as we all love Haley, we don't want to see her in the finale this way. So a vote for her would almost feel like a vote against Lauren. And anyway, I kind of think that story was exaggerated. Planted by the TV genius Nigel Lythgoe to get people to tune in, not only to, you know, see some excitement in a finale showdown that a lot of people were kind of anticipating would not be all that exciting otherwise, and we'll talk more about that. But also because, you know, there are a lot of Haley fans out there. She did get 25 million votes in top 3 week, and that's almost as much as some entire votes have been in, you know, there have been some episodes this season where it was like 30 million votes for the whole episode. She got 25 million herself just last week. So maybe Nigel was thinking, how are we going to get all those disgruntled Haley fans to tune in, at least for the beginning, and maybe they'll be lazy and won't change the channel and watch the whole thing. And the way to do that was to make them think that possibly they would be seeing Haley, who was, according to the reports, rehearsing songs and on standby in case she had to fill in for Lauren. But that didn't happen, you know, but they milked that drama for all it's worth, and then they brought Lauren on stage, and a doctor came and was like, I say it's okay for you to sing, and it was all a bit weird. She sounded good, really good, so, you know, kudos to her for overcoming that adversity, but I wondered just how sick she really was, how serious the strained vocal cord really was. And I also, since you know I love my conspiracy theories, I do think that maybe they were playing that up because, you know, it's pretty obvious the Idol producers wanted a girl this year, and maybe they thought the only way they were going to get it and have Lauren beat Scotty was to, you know, create some kind of sympathetic story arc for her about her, like, you know, crawling over broken glass and snow and fire and, you know, all that, and just overcoming all this adversity in order to, you know, to beat Scotty at the 11th hour, which we all know didn't happen, but nice try, Nigel. Anywho, going back to the finale, it's the showdown, the Tuesday night itself. Like I said, it wasn't all that exciting. I don't want to diss their performances in terms of their vocal ability. We all know they can sing. Lauren's probably the better vocalist of the two, but, you know, Scotty has a very recordable voice, very suited for country and very mature for his age. However, they're like the two least risk-taking contestants of this season. We had a lot of risk-takers this year. We had, you know, James, we had Casey, we had Haley, we had Naima, Paul, people who really kind of pushed Idol a little bit outside of its box and did their own thing and made some interesting choices with songs and arrangements and outfits and pyro and all sorts of things, but we did not get that from Scotty and Lauren. That's probably partially a function of their age. You know, the more seasoned a performer you are, the more risks you're going to take, and they're only 17 and 16. But when you look back at some of the other finales of the past, final two of the past, you know, last year we had Crystal Bowersox. The year before that, Adam Lambert, of course. Season 7, David Cook, a real game changer. Season 6, we had a beatboxer, Blake Lewis. Even Season 5, love him or hate him, Taylor Hicks definitely took some risks and was entertaining and had an element of surprise. Bo Bice rocking in Season 4. I mean, each season we've had some kind of person that really sort of pushed things, gave us some surprises, gave us some interesting choices. We didn't have that this year, not in the final two, and that was a bit of a bummer. And going back to the producers wanting a girl, I mean, it couldn't have been more obvious by the song choices they gave them. They gave everybody on that show fairly dull songs. Actually, interestingly, when the contestants, Scotty and Lauren, were able to choose their own songs, they chose very fun, up-tempo songs, Montgomery Gentry's Gone and Carrie Underwood's Flat on the Floor, but the songs that were given to them by the show were ballads. And I Love You This Big, that's the song Scotty got, and I was convinced that when he got I Love You This Big as his single, while Lauren got Like My Mother Does, which is a much better song, just catchier song, better lyrics. I was convinced they were trying to sabotage Scotty, but if they were, it didn't work, obviously. So I Love You This Big, Idol. Anyway, let's get to the finale, because that's when the real excitement happened. You know, again, ironically, the most exciting moments of that night were not when Scotty actually got announced as winner, because that was anticlimactic at that point, and also not their performances themselves, although I do feel Scotty held his own against Tim McGraw, and there was a sort of ceremonial, symbolic torch-passing thing in effect when Carrie Underwood sang with Lauren. But there were some really good performances there. Obviously, Casey Abrams sang with Jack Black. That was hilarious. You know, they had a little bit of a growl-off. Beyonce sang with the top girls of the top 13, and I was very genuinely surprised at how they sang with her, doing their medley. You know what? Some of them really shone and shined in a way that I didn't see on the show, especially Thea McGee, who I always thought was so boring on the show. You know, she youthed it up. The chick is only 15. I don't know why she didn't seem like all poppy and relevant and vivacious when she was doing her competitive part of the show, when she chose all these dreary ballads. But, you know, singing with Beyonce, I saw some real star quality there. Naima killed it. Why did she only get to, like, tied for 11th place? It's such a crime. Such a crime that she didn't go further. She killed it. I love Naima. What else did I enjoy? Steven Tyler, showing them all how it's done. I really didn't think he could still sing like that. And of course, my favorite performance, since I'm a rock chick, is Judas Priest with James Durbin. How awesome was that, y'all? I mean, come on. Judas Priest on American Idol. I mean, I know we had Alice Cooper last year, we had Kiss the year before that, but Judas Priest is even more metal than that, and it's just awesome. And, you know, that was the excitement I wanted. You know, songs I love, sung with passion and energy, with flames going up. I'm a sucker for all those rock and roll gimmicks. I really enjoyed that. Lady Gaga was fun too, a tame performance by her standards, but you know, this is American Idol, obviously, especially judging from who were in the final two, a conservative show that's on at 8 o'clock. So, you know, she kept her Gaga-ness to a minimum, but still, she jumped off a giant rock with Mark Kanamura, my favorite all-time So You Think You Can Dance contestant, so I was happy. And what else did I enjoy? I did not enjoy the TLC. I'm not quite sure what was going on with that. The lip syncing, really. J-Lo didn't even bother to sing or lip sync. She just danced and shook her butt around, but she looked great doing it, and she probably would be better off being a judge on So You Think You Can Dance, because clearly that's where her main talent lies. And when I say lies, I mean back here. But, you know, sexy performance, you know, nice to see her and Mark Anthony getting along so well. And yeah, just overall a lot of good performances. I enjoyed the Tom Jones. Haley Reinhart was great with Tony Bennett. If anything, I don't think this was the agenda of the show. I'm sure it's not, because they were pushing Scotty and Lauren so hard from day one. But they spotlighted so many of these other great people from the top 13, like Casey and James, and Pia got her moment, of course, and Haley, of course. That, you know, it kind of downplayed how the final two was kind of anticlimactic. Like, really? Did we vote right? These are the final two? Look how great Haley just was. That sort of thing. But it just goes to show you this was a season full of talent. I had my gripes and my bitches, of course. I have a love-hate relationship with Idol, but it leans more on the side of love. I don't always agree with what they do. I don't always agree with who they choose to put in the top 24. I certainly don't agree with what America votes for a lot of the time. But at the end of the day, despite the fact that it was a somewhat anticlimactic and boring finale in terms of my favorites not getting to the top two, overall it was a really fun season. A lot of great talent, a lot of ups and downs, total roller coaster ride, a lot of fun moments, and I am actually looking forward to season 11, because I know now that this show can survive without Simon Cowell. It can survive all of its setbacks, and it's not going anywhere. That being said, The Voice is still on. X Factor will be on soon, so, you know, bring it, season 11 American Idol, because you're going to have some competition in 2012. Doomsday 2012. All right, on that note, I'm going to get out of here. It's been fun, it's been real, it's been reality, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.